Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf, back on the mic again. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I got a couple of things on my mind. There was a story that came out about probably maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. I don't remember, give or take. It was a story. It was last year. Actually, it was around last year. And it was a story about this mother who was seen pushing her child on a swing, a 2-year-old boy, baby boy, on a swing for 2 days. My understanding, he didn't have no shoes on. He didn't have a jacket on. He died from dehydration and hypothermia. All right. And the woman was charged with neglect and a host of other charges. I just found out today that they dropped the charges. Yes, they dropped the charges. If you know about what happened out here in Southern Maryland, about the mother who had her child swinging on a swing for 2 days. Yeah. The mother got off. Of course, they said schizophrenia was what her issue was, and of course they were able to cop the insanity plea on her ass because and then she had a history of it. Here's the kicker, though: the father had reportedly tried to get child custody of the baby boy, and somehow or another he was not able to do it successfully. This in itself is a crime. Because the father made every effort to try, at least from what I understand, from what I've read, he tried to make efforts to try to get custody of the child, and unfortunately it was to no avail. Yet this mother, who had a host of issues, mental health issues, was able to keep her child. Unbelievable. Even if she killed him and got off. And see, this is my thing. I mean, I've heard stories in this area like this for years, in other areas of the country, where women, specifically, I can't speak for all women, but I can speak for black women. A number of stories I heard about involving black women able to, abuse the kids to a point where they end up killing them, and they get off on the technicality of the insanity plea, or just she didn't know better. This shit is stupid as hell, man. And like somebody said, and I hate to say it, you got a number of these mothers who are really the detriment of our communities today. They are. There's no doubt about that. And to sit there and allow this woman to be able to get away with what she did in itself is insane. It's downright criminal. The justice system is failed. Child services definitely failed on this one. Yet you can take the money out the man and force him to pay child support, but you won't allow him to get custody. So I went through that same situation many years ago myself. They even told me, well, you would have to work out the schedule of how you want to be able to see it. But I'm thinking, wait a minute, aren't you the courts? Aren't you the ones who, if it's okay for you to force me to pay child support, why ain't it okay for you to force a way to work out a plan where I could be able to see my child? That's bullshit. They do it all the time. I unfortunately was not able to because the child was overseas. It's a long story. But I just think that the child support laws work. I always work in favor of the mother, no matter how grimy they are. Trust me on that. No matter how grimy the mama is, child support and child custody and child services, they always go in favor of the mother 9 out of 10 times. And it's a damn shame that they did not allow their father to get custody of that little boy. Matter of fact, knowing that woman had issues. And someone online, from what I read, they did know that she had issues because she wasn't taking her meds at the time when it happened. As you well know, anybody who's found me within the past year, I posted a story from St. Louis, Missouri, of a woman being videoed or filmed of her slinging her 2-week-old child around just like a rag doll. And I think they had given I think the child was given custody to the grandmother, and the grandmother tried to defend the daughter. Trying to blame on the dude. Although I do have some blame on the dude, because the dude said that the guy, who I don't know was the baby's father or not, allegedly, I play allegedly because I don't know that for a fact. He said they're holding the camera, talking about, I don't know, I ain't in it. But you're watching this woman slinging the baby around like a rag doll, and you'll do it for 8 minutes. For 8 minutes, up to 8 minutes. And he didn't do a goddamn thing about it. And I don't give a damn what anybody said. That dude was a complete simp. To even think about letting any woman do that to anybody's child. I don't give a damn if the baby was yours or not. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. It really was ridiculous. That was the most horrific thing I ever seen on YouTube in my life. And I've been on YouTube for 7 years. To this day, I've never seen anything like it. The video had got so many hits. I think I got like 1,500 hits in about a week and a half. And I was so traumatized by people watching it, it was like people was gawking at it. And I just like, what? I gotta stop this. I had to pull it. Trust me, it was the most hits I got of any video I've ever posted in 7 years I've been on YouTube. And it's probably I know somebody who does have it. I think she copied it from me though. That's Lovely T. If you know Lovely T, I think she is on her site. I had to pull it off mine. I couldn't take it anymore. I mean, I mentally could not take it because people were talking about how messed up that was and all that. And it really bothered me because there's no way I would have ever allowed my baby's mama to do some fucking shit like that. My baby's mama ain't she ain't like that anyway. But I'm just saying, she would have never done no shit like that. But she had to done it like that. We would have been coming to blows for real, straight up. I mean, and I says, man, I don't believe putting my hands on the woman. But I'm gonna tell you, it's the one time I would have had to beat the brakes off her ass. Had I watched her do that to my baby or anybody else's kid. Real talk. So, but getting back to this situation now, I'm still like, what the hell? And I don't even know if the guy, in this case, in Southern Maryland, this guy actually did try to get custody of the child because he didn't have any custody apparently, and the mother had custody of the kid. But of course, he probably said this after the fact, But I don't know if to be true or not. I don't know how far he went in trying to get custody of his kid. I don't know. I can't call it or not call it. But I do know the child support system in this country is fucked up. I know that from personal experience. Not just what I heard. This is what I know. The child custody and child support laws in this country are jacked the fuck up. I know that for a fact. So, and like I said, they almost always favor the mom, no matter how grimy they are. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me how things in this country just go, especially in this case. I was like, you really gotta be cute. They actually let her get off. And here's the even weirder part about it. She may be something to have another kid. That happened before. It was a story that happened right out here. It was in Montgomery County, Maryland, years ago. A story about a woman who actually, I think, something to do with one kid and died under suspicious circumstances, and then she had another kid, went almost the same way, and then she was pregnant with a third one. I'm like, this shit is crazy, But but she never did any real jail time. I said, you gotta be kidding me. So, it's, it's like I said, the child custody and child support laws in the country, and I was saying before on an episode a while back, I've talked about it before a number of times. It seems like when it comes to laws to protect children in this country, the laws are extremely lax. They are. Look at the guy who recently, right out in my neck of the woods, on PG County, Maryland. I don't know if there was a legitimate background checks on this guy. Apparently not. He was like some kind of teacher or some kind of teacher out there, and he was giving kids cell phones to do sexual acts. That's my understanding. And I'm like, yeah, I think it was like he committed 17 acts of crimes against children of a sexual nature. Yeah. I said, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, and I think it's still counting last I checked. I said, you got to be kidding me. And it's just like mess like this keep going on and on and on. There's no accountability. There's no accountability. Crimes against children are really... I'm going to try to see if I can do a special... do some statistics on this and really give you a full report on that, because that was the one, and I actually, speaking of that, the one thing that I did like about Michael Jackson, now Michael Jackson had been himself accused of abusing kids, and I thought about that over the years. I honestly don't think he ever would intentionally ever abuse a kid. I really don't. It's kind of like, slightly, indifferent about his childhood, and and it wasn't, like he went into, I don't know. Let me put it like this. I just don't think that he was in his general nature. I don't. There was no actual proof that he actually did anything anyway. The two cases that he was accused of doing anyway, it was all about money anyway. That whole thing was about money. I think it's the thing that destroyed not only Michael Jackson's career, I just think it destroyed his life. And it's really sad, because this was a guy who gave so much of himself. Do you know it was known that Michael Jackson was probably the most charitable entertainer in the history of entertainment, from my understanding. $300 million he gave away. All right. This is a guy who thought a lot about other people other than himself. This is a guy who he did a charity for the Heal the World Foundation. Well, I think it was a truly based charity, but I haven't heard any more about it. But it's just sad that somebody who really was trying to do good for the benefit of children got burnt, while this bitch out in Southern Maryland is going to be able to have her life. She's going to be able to continue with her life, and her child is going to be 6 feet under. And he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve it. At the end of the day, man, this country got to do a better job of protecting its children. That's all there's to it. And I mean that. So, in any case, this is DJ Wolf. That's all I got for right now. I just wanted to get that off my chest and give you something to chew on as well. Any comments or questions about this or any other topic I've talked about or talk about on any of my shows, feel free to reach out to me at foralltohear@gmail.com. For all to hear. And also my Twitter page, For All to Hear, or at For All to Hear. Alright guys, I'm gonna get on off here, man. This traffic is getting a little crazy. I'll talk to you guys later.